Hi, this is Walter Stone. I am your online Math 143 instructor, and the purpose of this video is to help you get started with some exercises from section 1.1. And so what we can do is once you've signed in to your learn.hoxlearning.com account and you have the My Courses listed, we can click on the View Course link, and we have these items here that we can click on. So let's click on the Getting Started link. And there are three windows here. So one is the Learn window, the Practice window, and the Certify. And you've probably done this Learn mode on your own already. And now we want to go into practice mode, and I just want to show you how these problems work. So if your screen looks like mine, this is a good thing. So at the bottom of the screen, it's giving this pop-up window that says if you need a little help. So this tutor interactive guidance might be really helpful for you as you work through the problems in the course. And it gives you some nuggets of information that we can open the window a little bit to expand the question or give more space. And there's also a keypad here that we can use for different symbols and functions and tables when we need them. So as you go through the course, we may look at these as well. So in this Getting Started lesson, we want to be able to determine whether we have a descriptive or inferential statistic. So here we have a recent poll of 3,517 corporate executives showed that the average price of a corporate executive's car is $29,500. And I believe that because it's based on a sample, that's a descriptive statistic. So let's try that out. And I'm going to click on Submit Answer at the bottom. And it says, I made a mistake. So one thing that we can do is we can look at the error, and what we say, we know that a descriptive statistic gathers, sorts, and summarizes and displays data, while an inferential statistic involves using descriptive statistics to estimate population parameters. So this would be a sample statistic that would help us estimate a population parameter. So let's go back to practice. And so what happens is this is an inferential statistic, and it will say that we're correct this time. And we can go to the next question. So we want to identify the population being studied and the sample chosen. So the types of cars of a sample of 26 parents of your classmates. So the population, is that going to be all the parents of your classmates and the sample is 26 parents? Or the population, all parents of your classmates and the types of cars in the entire population will be the sample? Or the population is 26 parents of your classmates and all parents of your classmates? Well, here we have a sample of all the parents of your classmates. So I would pick the first option, that all parents of your classmates would be the population and the sample would be the 26 students, the 26 parents of your classmates. Let's try that out. Okay, so that's saying that we have a correct answer in that case. Okay. Here we want to identify the population being studied. So the types of cars of a sample of 39 professors at your local college. So we're looking at a sample of 39 professors. So all the professors at the local college will make up the population. And that's a good answer. And here we want to look and see if the numerical value describes a parameter or a statistic. So a parameter is a numerical value that describes the entire population, and a statistic is something that describes a sample. It's derived from a sample. So a survey of 1,910 people revealed that 73% of the US population works a full-time job. So this is a sample statistic. It's based on a sample rather than a population of everyone who works a full-time job. Okay, so we're good with that. And here we want to know again whether we have a population parameter or a sample statistic. So we have a recent poll of 1,373 corporate executives showed that the average price of a corporate executive car is $32,200. So this is a sample taken out of all corporate executives. So this is a statistic rather than a parameter. Okay, so we're good with that. And we also, here again, we want to look at whether the numerical value describes a population parameter or a sample statistic. So here we have that 64% of all babies born at the local hospital last year were boys. So we're looking at all of the babies that were born at the hospital. So this is based on the population of babies born at the hospital. So this would be a population parameter. And we're okay with that idea. We want to determine whether the statement describes a population or a sample. So we have the heights of 5 out of the 33 pepper plants at Mr. Leonardo's greenhouse. So we're looking at 5 out of the 33 that make up all the pepper plants. So that would be a sample that we're taking out of all the pepper plants. So we're good with that. And once again, we want to determine whether the statement describes a population or a sample. So we're looking at the amount of money each person in your statistics class spends on books in a semester. So we're not asking like for a set of 5 students out of all the students or any sample idea. So it looks like we're looking at the entire class. So that would be looking at a population rather than a sample. So we're good with that. And we want to look again, let's see if I can get this right this time, whether we describe a descriptive or inferential statistic. So 72% of all babies born at the local hospital last year were boys. So we have, it looks like we're describing the amount from the population. Let's see if it's a descriptive statistic. Okay, good. Okay, so that's describing the amount of babies born at the local hospital based on the population. We want to identify the sample chosen for the study. So the number of times 15 out of 30 students on your floor order takeout in a week. So the sample is the group out of the entire number. So we have 15 out of 30. So we have a sample of 15 students who order takeout. So that will be the sample will be the 15 students out of the 30 chosen. Okay, and we're good. Okay, so so I can end practice. And so what we get is that an idea of how well we did and how long we took to do the questions. And I pretty much did a very quick run through. Okay, so once we feel like we're fine with the practice and we feel like we know the ideas pretty well, we can continue to certify, and you can start certifying the lesson, and you have to get 80% correct to master the lesson, and you'll get a number of strikes that will help you see how you're doing throughout the lesson. You can always repeat the practice and certify until you've mastered the lesson. Okay, so once again, you want to start at the learn, process, then do practice, and then certify the lesson. Once you've certified the lesson, click on grades. And what will happen is it will show you which grades that a summary of your overall grade so far in the course. I haven't certified a lesson yet. That's why I'm not on the books yet. But once we certify lessons, our grades will show up. Okay? So I hope that's helpful, and I look forward to talking with you some more soon. Take care.